joining me tonight is Jess.
Yo, what up?
And Nicole.
Don't be yawning over there. You're gonna make me start.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to get to. Not that many. I guess it's kind of a medium-sized month. But and Mama K is here.
Hey, everybody.
I said we don't have that many things to do, but we do have a lot of newer stuff. I think we have, 3 theater movies. I saw a 2026 streaming movie. We've got some 2025 streaming movies. And then Nicole and I have a few cruise movies to talk about. So we always talk about plane movies. So these were the movies playing on our stateroom in the cruise. So I've got 4 down here to talk about. All ones that Nicole had never seen before, and I had not seen one of them before. So we'll go through those, TV a little bit. And yeah, that's the agenda for the evening. I think we start with probably the biggest movie, the newest movie as of this recording, which you're hearing this first week of June. So this just came out end of May, and that is the newest Star Wars film. Hasn't been a film in 7 years. They've had a lot of TV shows, lots of TV shows.
Oh,
I've only seen a couple of them.
didn't realize that.
But
It's been
the first
7
Star
years?
Wars, 7 years
I
since
know,
a
wow.
Star Wars
Long.
movie. Yeah, no,
Wow.
The last one was oh god, it was Rise of Skywalker. It was the end of the Skywalker saga, and man, I do not like that movie. That's my least favorite Star Wars movie, I think, of all of them. It's one of my least favorite Star Wars things. That is a terrible movie. But we're not talking about that one. We're talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu. Mama K and I think, are the only two who saw this one. Mandalorian and Grogu. I like the TV show quite a bit. I think it's a mistake to make this a movie, because I think it works really well as a TV show. It's like built to be episodic. It's like a Western in space. He's the man with no name. He's got a cute sidekick, and he goes and does missions. I'm like, that's perfect for a TV show. But they decided to make a movie, because I guess they hadn't made a movie in a while. So, Mama K, you saw this too, so why don't you give your thoughts first? Mandalorian and Grogu.
I did see this first, and I did see some of the Mandalorian series. I started to use it as a way to chill out and fall asleep.
Not a good sign.
Because, no, it's boring as hell, and the music
Disagree.
lent it. It was just the music. I think if the soundtrack changed, it might have been different, but it's like, we're going to have some action adventure, but we're going to play music that sounds like you're at a Ricola commercial, like,
I love the music of The Mandalorian. I think that's what people have said. That's the strongest part of this movie is Ludwig Göransson's score. I don't know how to say his name.
Well, when you say his name, it sounds like what the music is. It's just, no, it doesn't translate for me at all. I saw this movie as definitely better off as a TV show, and I admit to sleeping through the first 20 minutes or so of it.
The first
after
20
the
minutes.
Credits ran. Well, I watched the credits run. Well, we had some drama beforehand because it was kind of a packed theater, and there was I think you're in my seat situation that happened. Luckily, somebody backed down. Yeah, it was our next door neighbors, but now all of us were in it because now you have 3 sets of people going, well, I'm C4, well, I'm C6, well, I'm C.
So you guys were the subject of the potential seat mix-up. It wasn't even right near you. It was your party.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we were, but the people who came in last backed down and went and sat someplace else. And so we're sitting through all the previews, which here is 3, maybe 4. And the movie starts, and the guy next to me says, oh my God, we're in the wrong movie.
Oh my God. They're in the wrong movie. Not even the wrong seat, the wrong movie.
Yeah, the wrong movie. And so they got up and went and tapped the other people on the shoulder that were sitting up in the, the seats that are way too close to sit for an IMAX movie. And they came back and sat. But it was just kind of funny. I don't think I've ever had that happen where, and he stopped
I've had that
and he
happen
tapped
to
me
before. Or I actually...
Were you
you've been in the wrong
movie?
movie?
I was in Terminator, and I was like, wait a second.
I had it happen in high school one time, but not since then. And also the fact that the guy tapped me and said, oh my God, we're in the wrong movie was okay, so go.
Why are you telling me?
Yeah, like I'm literally still in the right seat at the right movie, so head on out, friend.
You're just like, what was it like? You check your ticket too. Maybe you're in the wrong movie.
Oh yeah, everyone's
No,
pulling
I'm
out
where
their
I'm
phones.
supposed to be.
Yeah, and the movie's already started, so everybody else in the theater is probably like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" You know, because now you've got all these phone screens.
It's always the
out
worst
and-
because like the first 5-10 minutes of a movie is usually pretty important, and like that's when people are always coming in late and having kerfluffles, and I'm like, guys, you gotta figure this out, especially on a packed movie theater like this.
Yeah, it was pretty crowded. But I did like the fact that they ran through credits before a movie start. But you know, like at the beginning of the movie, they don't do that a whole lot anymore. That was kind of fun and throwbacky. That's kind of the feeling I got from this movie. That it was kind of throwback kind of situation. We had to talk a little bit about when did this occur in the Star Wars realm universe? Like, is this before or after what films? Just a little bit, and finally I was like, stop talking, just watch the movie. So that was not to the guy who's in the wrong movie, but that was just to my husband. So then the movie started, and then I was like, then the music, and I was like, oh no, I've forgotten how much I thoroughly dislike this part of the Star Wars universe. And so I fell asleep. And then things happened. There was a lot of fighting, and that made me sleep even more because I don't like that. Apparently my body shuts down. And then I enjoyed the part with anything that was cute.
There was
And the
a
rest
good
of it
amount
I
of cuteness in
couldn't
this
stand.
movie for a movie that had lots
Good
of
amount of
killing
cuteness.
too. Lots of killing.
Lots of killing, cuteness. We got to talk a little bit about the Jabba the Hutt person situation that was like the jacked up Hutt situation.
Yeah, buff Jabba.
And then what else?
When did you come to? When did you actually wake up and start engaging with the movie?
After the first giant fight scene.
On the snow planet, you were able to at least see that it was snow, and then
Yeah.
there you go. It was
Yeah.
snow.
I
It
mean,
was that music, and so you were just like, "Well, I'll wake up later."
I was in and out during that. I felt like maybe I should have had some sort of like snow blinders on, so maybe I wasn't feeling maybe I was closing my eyes because it was too bright. I'm not sure. But yeah. And you know, why is it that people come into the Star Wars universe and they just act terribly? Sigourney Weaver was awful in this movie. Just awful.
That's part of how Star
That's
Wars
what I got
is.
to
They
say.
got. Yeah, the acting in this is particularly stiff. It's better on TV because it's TV, and it's fine because it's episodes. This movie is a season of the show they decided to put on the theaters, and they cut a bunch of stuff out. Like that, it's kind of blatantly obvious to me. Like you can every 20 to 30 minutes feel where the episode was supposed to end, and then the new episode was supposed to start, because the story is like a series of 4 or 5 missions loosely tied together. Like they have the couple of the same people and stuff ultimately, but like they resolve the first part at like the hour 15 mark, and there's parts in there where you would like naturally cut, to a new episode. And then once they resolve that, they have like a whole nother thing to do that is related, but it's not the mission that was the mission that like you think this is going to be the driving plot of the movie. So Mando and Grogu, they gotta find Rota the Hutt, who is Jabba's son, only living heir. He's from the cartoon, The Clone Wars, so he's an established character in the extended More Stuff TV show universe. Not from Mandalorian, though. And we are introduced to the twin Hutts, who are like
Gross.
Jabba's brother and sister, or cousins. They're related to Jabba, and they're in charge now because Rota's not around and Jabba's dead. Because I hope you guys figured out this takes place after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens. Right. So this is
that's
in
what, that's what we landed on.
Okay, well that's good. That is correct. So the plot is Mandalorian he's still like his own contractor bounty hunter guy, and his mission is to go find Rota. He gets that from Sigourney Weaver, who's the leader of this part of the new republic, the new rebel republic that they're trying to build. And so he's got to find Rota the Hutt because that's what the Hutts want, because the Hutts are going to bring him to this other guy who's a former Imperial who's got a bunch of dirt and secrets, so they can get a bunch of info for their hunting of the Empire people. So he goes to the planet to get Rhoda and finds out Rhoda's like this warrior gladiator man who, you've never seen this in the live Star Wars movies, but it's not a fat slug hut. He's like ripped and he fights people and he's got like axes swinging around. It's pretty interesting to see. Like I haven't seen that before. And then, you got to find out Rhoda's exploited. He's exploited by this guy who runs the planet, who happens to be the former Imperial guy they're looking for. So they get him. I mean, I guess we'll just spoil it, because I don't think knowing, you can kind of, if you're older than 10, you know everything that's going to happen as it's introduced. Like, they introduce the thing, and you're like, okay, well, I know how they'll kind of resolve that. And
how
so,
that ends, yeah.
Yeah, more so with this one than any of, like, the Skywalker movies, I think. Like, it's just really telegraphed, like, everything that's going to happen. But he helps them out, and then they conclude, they catch the Imperial, they help Rhoda escape and get his freedom, and he gets paid for the bounty. He gets his new Razor Crest ship, which is like a restored version of his old one that he used to have that got blown up. They got it from some dealer, antiques dealer or whatever. So there's stuff laid out in here, but that's the middle point of the movie. Then Rhoda gets kidnapped by the brother and the sister, who double crosses everybody, because that's what Hutts do. And so now the new mission is for him to go and get Rhoda, but he doesn't do that immediately. He goes and like chills on this other place where he has like a house, and he's just chilling with Grogu and fixing the ship. And then he gets captured, and one of the little, I don't know what to call them, the Babu Fricks. There's this character called Babu Frick, who's this little tiny mole-looking man in the movie that I hate, the Rise of Skywalker, and they're like mechanic species. And there's like four. Yeah, there's four of them. There's four of them, and they come and work on a ship, and they're smaller than Baby Yoda, so they're very small. So this is where some of like the cute little character stuff comes in. And so 3 of them and Baby Yoda have to go and rescue Mando and the 4th Babu Frick, who's been captured by this bounty hunter, to take into the Hutts, and the Hutts are going to torture them all and torture Rhoda and the evil Hutts. So then that becomes the second half of the movie, is the Baby Yoda and the Babu Frick saving them from the Hutt planet. And you know that they're going to...
Don't forget that they're tortured by the snake dragon creature from the Harry Potter book.
Yeah, so they got a big white dragon snake that lives in the pits instead of a rancor. Lots of creatures in this. This is full of creatures.
I don't like it. Creature heavy.
Very creature heavy, force light, like very little force other than baby Grogu doing a couple of moves here and there. But it is all about the expanded Star Wars stuff, which is what made me like this enough to like it. I liked this movie despite wishing it were just another season of The Mandalorian, and we doubled the runtime to make it a TV show so we could flesh things out, because the actual like dialogue in this movie is like, even for the Star Wars universe, it is quite wooden and flat, and no one is performing really. Like Jeremy Allen White's Rhoda the Hutt's voice, the guy who's from The Bear, very very talented actor people know of, and he sounds like a robot man. Like, he doesn't even sound like him. It sounds so filtered and like flat, and it's all of like the performance stuff is really, even for Star Wars, is ham-fisted and simple as all hell. I mean, the script must have been like 12 pages long for this movie, and it must have mostly just been like fight choreography and creatures and planet exploration, which I liked all of that. I thought all that was super fun and interesting, and I like seeing Hutts, and I love the score. I don't care what Mama Kay says. They had he mixed it up a little bit when they were on that one planet. There's like an EDM mix over the score, which I'd never heard in Star Wars, but it fit the tone of what was going on. Like, all this stuff I'm liking, but it is very basic, very bare bones, so stripped down, because I'm sure it was supposed to be a 4.5 hours of TV content, not 2 hours of movie content. So all the stuff that you would add in there, because Rhoda's interesting. I like he's the son of Jabba, but he doesn't want to be like his father, and he wants to be his own man, and he's a good Hutt. We don't see good Hutts ever. You could flesh that out in a TV show and have a couple episodes, but he
fleshed it out all right.
Well, he's mostly flesh, but
creepy.
And Baby Grogu has a whole 20-minute montage of, because Mandalorian gets fatally wounded, he gets poisoned by this dragon, so Baby Grogu has to take care of him and like nurse him back to health in the woods, so we get to see him experience growth. But all these things, I'm watching, I'm like, this is supposed to be the TV show. This is why Mandalorian TV show, this is why it works as a TV show, is because it's episodes, and it's longer, and you just breathe it out, and And this, like, the movies of the Star Wars universe are these big epic things. This is like the least epic Star Wars movie, even compared to like Solo. Like, it's a TV show. I don't know why they put it in the movies.
Yeah,
I
Solo
still liked
was just
it.
a regular movie as opposed to this. This feels like it felt like a serial, like the things that they used to put out in like the 1940s in theaters or 30s, where every Saturday you would go and the Adventures of Superman kind of thing. So, I mean, that tracks on what you're saying, is it being part of a TV show situation as opposed to a movie. I mean, I get it. It's a cash grab and everything, but why not just make another new Star Wars film that actually has actors that are human, so you're interested in what they're doing, and you don't have to read the movie because they're talking in Hooten language or whatever,
Huttese.
or all these other creature languages that there are, and all the creatures are so gross. Like, are there ever any creatures that are really attractive ever? Just asking for a friend.
Well, if you'd ask my buddy Nate, he said the Twi'leks are pretty attractive. The ones with the blue antennas that are slaves for Jabba.
Sure.
There's a lot of Twi'lek fucking on the internet, so you could really.
Okay. I mean, attractive just in like a traditional sense, as opposed to.
No, they're either gross or they're cute.
Sense.
Those are the choices. You get cute or you get gross. You get Ewok or you get
I'm
Rancor.
down for cute. Okay. Even Rancor, I liked better than any other creepy ones in this thing. Like, Rancor even had.
I was hoping for Rancor.
Some sort of like presence. These other things were just, everything was so gooey and nasty.
I will say before we move on, because I think I'm at a like a soft recommend. Ready. I like this well enough. I just wish it were the TV show, but I'm okay overall.
Yeah, the cuteness is fun to watch. Maybe I would watch it as like a Saturday morning cartoon with just the cuteness. I don't want Mando involved. I don't want anybody else involved. So in general, that's a no.
And did you notice 2 of the creatures in the Colosseum fight when Rhoda and Rhoda and Mando have to team up to fight all the other guys? 2 of the monsters, they are the two of the monsters from the original chess game that Luke is playing on the first New Hope.
Yeah.
I remember
I heard
Chewbacca's playing C-3PO, and he picks the one picks him up and slams him in the same exact way. It's the two that they slam when Chewbacca gets mad when they're playing. It was a little nod. I was like, oh, this is the level of Easter egg that I like, where it doesn't take away from the plot, but it's like a callback from a thing. I'm okay with those things.
I was sad.
Pedro Pascal in this?
He's the Mandalorian.
I mean, theoretically.
But no,
we only
because he never shows his face.
We see him a little bit, and then at the end, I mean, when I'm watching it, what I'm taken out by is the fact that when I see the Mandalorian walking in a lot of different situations, I can tell there's different Mandalorian. Like I don't know if it is Pedro Pascal or not, but I can tell that there's probably a few people. It's like when you have a Tony Stark, that's not Robert Downey Jr., some dude in an Iron Man outfit. So, I could totally tell the difference between the walking of these people. And then at the end, I'm watching the credits and it's like Mandalorian walking guy 1, Mandalorian walking guy 2. And I'm like, so Pedro Pascal showed up for like a full on 20 minutes for his part.
Yeah, their thing with the Mandalorians is they can't have their helmets taken off. It's a big shame and injustice. So during one of the many climaxes of the movie, the Hutts take his helmet because he's been captured, and he has to go fight this big dragon creature in a pit, and he's got his helmet off for that. And then they're like, "Oh, you entertained us, Mando. Here's your helmet." And they throw it down in the pit, and he's got to go get it while the things attack him, and then he gets it back on for the rest of the movie. But I will say, in the very first season of Mandalorian, it was made a point. Pedro Pascal was under the helmet the whole time in the first season. I don't know if it's clearly not the case anymore now that he's gotten way more famous and stuff. But first season, he did all his own stuff.
That's fine. I could just tell he didn't do it in this. So
Mando and Grogu. All right, we spent a good amount of time on that one. We're still in theaters. Let's hop over to some horror. I believe this is the only new movie Jess will be bringing us. I have not seen it yet, but I would like to, depending on how this conversation goes, I guess. It's got a 96% Rotten Tomatoes. What was that?
Do you want to talk about it when you see it so we can talk about it together?
It'll be next time. I mean, I think I will see it in theaters. Do you want to give like a quick spoiler free on the movie Obsession? I've already set it up. So the movie Obsession, it's got really high reviews on Letterboxd. It's got like a 4.2, which is very high for Letterboxd. Letterboxd is just a lot more younger, hipper crowd of reviewers. So I kind of like to look at that to get an idea of what more contemporary audiences think. But yeah, quick non-spoiler, just your early thoughts on Obsession.
So I think I saw the trailer and I'm like, all right, this looks fine. I saw the reviews first and I'm like, why are these reviews so high? And then I got scared. I'm like, sometimes these like really artsy, stupid movies get good reviews and I think it's just dumb. So
that does
I didn't know what to expect walking into it. I thought the movie was just fine. I don't know why it got like crazy good reviews. I thought it was just purely okay.
Wow.
Brennan, you might get annoyed with the rules. I don't know if all the rules really work right. I mean, maybe they do. But there was only one jump scare where I was like, whoa, that kind of scared me. But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's horror. Like, I think Mama K could watch it.
Okay, so it's more thrillery
I'm getting
than
pulled into this.
I mean, no. Okay, it's like I
Yeah.
don't think so. Yeah,
Who's in this movie?
a couple of new people.
I don't think I recognize anybody.
So the
okay.
main girl, and people are raving about her performance, is Indy Navarrete. Indy Navarrete. This is her last name's got a lot of letters in it, so I hope I'm saying that right. But I think it's Indy Navarrete. Megan Lawless, Cooper Tomlinson, Michael Johnston, Andy Richter apparently, Chloe Breen.
Oh.
So some newer people, and then an old head. So
I think he was in The Mandalorian too.
I do not think Andy Richter was in
He
the
was
Mandalorian.
one of the stand-ins for Jabba
He was
the
one of
Martin
the
Scorsese
stand-ins.
was in The Mandalorian. Did you clock his performance?
Yeah, yes, I did. Well, because they show it at the very beginning, I was like, "What?" Okay.
So I'll give you my thoughts on Obsession then when we come around next time, Jess. But what are you got a soft recommend, soft not recommend, kind of middle?
Probably a soft recommend. Definitely won't be in my top at the end of the year.
Very
I say that, and
Was
the
it?
watches still be there.
I would say it all depends on how many movies you see. If you only see Nicole numbers of movies, you might be forced to pick.
It might have to be there.
And I guess was it that artsy type you were worrying about, or was it like a regular movie and it just wasn't amazing? It was just fine.
No, it actually wasn't artsy type. So if you're worried about that, it was normal. I just thought it was unremarkable. I don't think I was really glued to the plot.
Yeah, well, we'll do more spoilery talks on Obsession next time when I've seen it, because I will see it in theaters. I have been piqued by this one. I don't see all the horror movies, but when they get this, the last time a movie was talked about like this, I remember was Talk to Me, which I love. We love Talk to Me, and I hope,
Talk to Me was good.
I hope to be on that level
I feel like
of liking
the
this,
movie with when the kids ran with their weapons. I think that one also was talked about a lot, right?
Oh, Weapons. Yeah, Weapons is... Yeah, that was my favorite movie last year. I love that. I thought Weapons was amazing. All right, Obsession we will table. And one more theater movie. I think only Mama K has seen this. I considered it, but there were other things I wanted to do with my time, and I don't think I've seen the first one in its entirety. Devil Wears Prada 2. Devil Wears Prada 2. All of the old heads are back as older heads. Mama K, why don't you talk to us about what happens in
That
Devil
pretty much
Wears...
sums it up.
What happens in Devil Wears Prada 2?
They go to Italy instead of France.
Changed it up.
Yeah, it's the same people. The first 10 minutes is kind of interesting. I'm going to preface it by saying that I hadn't seen The Devil Wears Prada in its entirety. So the night before we sat down to watch it, and it was good to do that, because when I went in, there were a lot of... The first 10 minutes was full of nothing but throwbacks and Easter eggs to make you feel comfortable that you're back in that same universe.
For the fans.
And for the fans, yeah. And there are a lot of fans of this movie. So there's a lot of things that people say that are from this film. And it's just kind of
Nicole's a fan, I
interesting
think,
that way.
right?
So
You watched the first one on a plane the other time when you ran out of new movies to watch.
I've probably seen this movie the first one probably about 30 times. So yeah, I would lump myself in with the fans.
yeah, I don't think I'm going to spoil it by saying much of anything, but just that it was a fun ride. Everybody's clothes are fantastic, and you don't get that exact, fish out of water situation that you had the first time. But of course there's things that there are mountains to climb, and there are, bitches to slap. So yeah.
I don't think I
That
have a
sounds
desire
good.
to see these new movies. Like Freaky Friday, I liked watching it as a teenager. I don't think I care about watching the second. Like Devil's Wears Prada, I liked watching it as a teenager. I don't think I care about watching the second one.
I feel like those are good plane
You have to
movies.
put
Yeah,
That's-
that's
yourself-
understandable.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to put yourself as an adult watching it now. I think you have to suspend your tween feelings on the first one and not expect to enjoy it as much. But I think
Yeah.
that helps to actually enjoy it, because I watched Freakier Friday for the second time recently, and it's good. I like
Really?
it. It's not going to have that staying power like the first one did. But I like the callbacks that they have in it. You just got to suspend your, okay, I'm going to love this and remember it like I do the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is that you just have your heart and nostalgia that's still,
Yeah.
you still want that kind of feeling. So I think if you're open to, saying that I want that kind of feeling as in an adult form, as opposed to, when you saw it. I mean, I was an adult the first time I saw both of these because it was back to back, but I understand the Freaky Friday thing. So yeah, I just have, give yourself permission to think of it as the same, yet you're seeing it in a different light, but you can have fun.
I like Freakier
Thanks,
Friday
guys.
I'm
too.
excited to see
I
that.
like that one as well. Even I thought it wasn't as
Yeah.
funny as the original, but it was like sweet. It was like a nice, pleasant watch. And I think I kind of look for that in these later sequels where like I'm not expecting to fall off my chair laughing like I might have in the early. Not that I fell off my chair laughing in the first Freaky Friday, but like in comparison, I expect some nostalgia bait in those. That is half the appeal. Is what are these characters up to? I'm sure it's not as interesting, but put a twist on the original and just make me smile for a little bit. Devil
What
Was
about
Prada
Mean
2
Girls
a
2?
recommend?
I don't think I saw that.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. I heard it's a musical, so it's different. I think,
Oh yeah,
like in its style.
Which movie?
Mean Girls.
Mean
2.
Girls 2.
I don't remember if I saw that.
Sounds like
No, I
we
didn't
all
see
missed that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see it on a
Yeah.
plane and let you know how it is. But until then,
Or on a cruise, yeah.
Is it a soft recommend or a regular recommend then for Devil Wears Prada 2?
Yeah, I think it's a regular recommend for anybody who, likes the movie. I think anybody who doesn't is just going to be a slog, honestly. I don't think it has its zone of influence.
There you go, Devil Wears Prada 2. And now we're going to turn to streaming. I'll start with another 2026 movie. So I think this is our last 2026 movie. It was in theaters earlier this year for Valentine's Day. I don't know why anyone would see this on Valentine's Day after watching it. I get it because it's a romantic movie, but I wouldn't suggest that. And it is Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights, based off the Emily Bronte novel. Very loosely based on the
Yes.
Emily Bronte novel. Lots
So
of characters
loosely.
are different or changed or left out entirely. So it is more of just its own thing. I saw this because this is not a movie I would ordinarily seek out, but the director is Emerald Fennell, who is a very, very good director in my opinion. She made Promising Young Woman and she made Saltburn, and I love those movies. I love Promising Young Woman, and then Saltburn is very, very good. I don't think it's quite as good, but this one is, you guys know Wuthering Heights story? You know how it goes? You know what it's about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a poor boy, Heathcliff, who's taken in by a wealthy family, the Earnshaws, and the dad's horrible. And there's he's got a daughter, Catherine Earnshaw, and in this movie, that's as adults, that's Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, and they have like a forbidden romance that is full of BDSM sadistic, just really nasty, gnarly kind of play. They are both
Not in the book.
No, not in the book. In the book, it's a lot more like things are tortured at the times. And then there's the book, to my knowledge, is still quite dark and like dreary and miserable.
It is dark.
And
Yes.
the movie, in that sense, I think is pretty faithful to the book. This is definitely my least favorite Emerald Vanilla film. I think the first problem with it, and it's not the movie's fault per se, because I think she made the exact movie she wanted to make after watching it. I'm like, I think this was the goal. I really like those first two movies I mentioned, Promising Young Woman, Saltburn, because they are funny as fuck. They are very funny, and their dark humor comes through in spades. This movie is not funny ever. This has no levity. This is only gross and dark and mean. Oh my god, is it mean? These are the meanest people, all of them. They are just mean characters, and they do horrible things to each other, and it's that rich 18th century England style of things where I don't understand why for anything, because like it's all about like, I love you but I can't be with you, but they're fucking mean about it, and like, we need to marry the wealthy person but like not for any real reason, because we have the money, and like, I'm destroying the family's wealth for no real reason, and we have to put on heirs for no reason. It just has to be proper. It just has to be in all these invisible guideline rules, and it's just making everyone sour as fuck, and it's just miserable. It's a miserable watch. It's pretty. It's very well shot. Its cinematography's gorgeous. Charlie XCX does the soundtrack, so it's an interesting, jarring mix of modern music in this time period. But it's I can't really recommend it to anybody. It's got a lot of scenes. If you want to see some kinky stuff, there's horseplay, and there's people getting chained up and fed stuff off the floor. And there's a wall that's made of Margot Robbie's skin, and it sweats, and there's licking it, and a lot of finger licking, and eating people out on camera, and you know, but it's none of it to me is done sexy. It's done mean and gross. It's not.
She seems to really like teetering on the verge of just straight weird porn.
Yeah, if you like
Inappropriate.
the Saltburn bathtub scene, you're gonna love this movie, because this
you're
is
a fucking weirdo.
This is the end. This is the whole.
Which is literally
Oh my
what.
God.
That's the only thing
God,
anybody
thinking
talks
of it.
about with Saltburn. Let's be honest.
Saltburn's good.
I
Saltburn's good
forgot
because
about
it's
that.
funny.
Thanks for making me remember.
Yeah,
It's gone
every
from my
time I think of
mind
that.
until now.
I'm literally.
There's a barf bag in the corner, Griff.
Gotta turn
Or
away.
Jess.
I like that movie a lot, but my God, yeah, it's just that. It's
I gotta
there's
work
nothing.
on forgetting it again.
Yeah, maybe. Well, until her next movie, because I will still see everything this woman does. I was looking at Letterboxd reviews again because I wanted to see contemporary takes. Like, do women like this? Is this just me being a man not understanding the female gate? No, this movie gets dragged harder on Letterboxd than it does on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 57 on Rotten Tomatoes, so middling. I think that's actually a fair grade, just because I don't think it's that good, but it is pretty, and I think, and ultimately, I do think it's what she wanted to make. I think, but it doesn't. It's not true to the book in its theming. There's a lot of like racial stuff in the book that's not there because Jacob Elordi's not a brown man. So it's like, and there's other thing. The Catherine character is made to be, I think, more sympathetic in this than she is in the book, and that's because it's Margot Robbie, and also I think Emerald Fennell wants to kind of surrogate herself in that role. So it's definitely not for me. I don't know who I could even recommend this to. So yeah, if you want the Saltburn bathtub scene for 2 hours, Wuthering Heights, go nuts. HBO Max. All right, now let's move on to some streaming movies from 2025. One's actually from 2022, but I guess we'll lump that into this category. We got 3 here to talk about, and I think Nicole, Mama K, and I all saw this one. I think Mama K saw it when it first came out. I don't remember you talking too much about it when it came out, but it is the third Knives Out movie Wake Up Dead Man. We had my
yeah.
parents staying over, and so we had Netflix for a few days. And so the third Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead Man, starring our boy Daniel Craig, coming back as Benoit Blanc, his best character he's ever had, and I'm including James Bond. Then we have a whole new cast of famous people as the potential suspects of the crime. Josh Brolin as the evil pastor, who is the subject, the person who was killed early on in the movie, who the mystery is about. And I'll start with Nicole on this one, since she hasn't had her time to sing yet. What did you think of Wake Up Dead Man?
It took a little bit to get into this when we were watching it. We were kind of distracted when we started watching it, but it starts off in a church setting, so already I'm kind of off on that. But I knew it would get good. I mean, every one of these Knives Out movies has just been awesome. I love murder mystery, and I like the cleverness of everything. So after doing 2 of them, we expect to still have some surprises in the third, which we did. So I did get into it a lot more once I paid attention a little bit more. But there were some confusing parts to it, and I think I just attribute that to not sitting down and just being on it for the whole time. I feel like it's a movie that's easily missable. The parts are easily missable, where it will throw off the rest of your watching experience. So it's just good to sit down and make that your focus. It is long. I think it was like 3 hours. But those types of movies never feel that long. So I appreciate that about it. It's not my favorite one of them. I think the first one's always going to be the best one. But
okay.
It was a lot better than the second one. I don't even remember that one, honestly.
The Edward Norton one.
As much.
Glass Onion.
What?
The Edward Norton one, Glass Onion. They're on an island.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glass Onion.
Yeah, that's probably the bottom of the bunch. But, yeah, it came together at the end pretty well. I liked the cast for the most part. I found them a little bit boring. Some of the people I didn't quite understand who they were, what their there was like a young girl in there that I don't know who she was. But she added nothing to the story really, so it didn't really matter. But it's beautifully made. It's easily viewable. It's pretty. It looks nice. It's something I would probably try to watch again, but I mean, now that I've seen it, 3 hours seems kind of long, so I don't know.
I just looked it up. It's 2 hours 24. So with credits, maybe 2:15.
Oh, okay.
You know, the digestible 2:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, those types of movies, it's hit or miss when I want to go back and watch it again for more pieces. There was something that we watched recently, Brennan. I don't remember if we talked about it yet or not. I forget what it is, but I know. We watched Song Blue.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, that type of movie is something I can watch again and find the bits. This, I don't feel like I want to do that. So, all in all, I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first one, but it's better than the second one.
I'm just saying, Song Blue is only 10 minutes shorter than,
Well, it's different.
You're right, it is different. Okay, why don't you say Wake Up Dead Man? I know you probably talked about it before, but on the second viewing with us, yeah, what'd you think? You said you kind of didn't remember a lot of it, so...
Yeah, so it really harkens back more to the first Knives Out, which I enjoy, and it's still my favorite. I'm also a 1-3-2, just like Nicole. Glass Onion just wasn't it for me. Although I haven't second watched that one, so maybe I should. And I like the style that Rian Johnson films these movies in, and you do have to pay attention to everything. And when you don't, like we were kind of distracted, whatever we were doing, and then you're like, wait, how did we get here? And the reason I think they're superfluous characters on purpose. It's the traditional red herring and a mystery. Yeah. So that doesn't really bother me too much. I really enjoyed Glenn Close in this movie during this watching for some reason. I don't know that I appreciated it the first time. Yeah, I mean, she really is. It's kind of, it's sort of easy to overlook a little bit because the first time I watched, I kind of felt like she was, it was being overdone and overacted. But then I realized you cannot overact Daniel Craig's character in this film ever. So he's going to overact all of it.
He drops Scooby Dooby Doo
just the
in this
Benoit
one.
Blanc.
Like
It's not.
he's full wacky.
Yeah, it's not a criticism. That's what his character is.
Oh yeah, that's complimentary.
So, I mean, it's not a criticism. It just is what it is. Yeah, it is. Somehow it is. By saying somebody overacts, you're overacting. Yes. So, yeah, I liked it. And the guy who plays the central character, he was in the tennis movie, right?
Yes, from Challengers. Oh God.
Yeah.
He's got a tattoo on his neck. All the girls are sweating over him in this movie. Oh God, what is his name? I can't get it. It's not here. Josh O'Connor.
Josh somebody, right? Yeah. Yeah. On second watching, I enjoyed him more too. So yeah, I like this film. Just as an aside, Song Sung Blue for me felt way longer than the 2:10 or 2:05 or whatever it was.
Yeah, again, 10 minutes apart in runtime for 11 minutes apart in runtime on these. So, and I think this probably had a longer credit sequence. Although Song Sung Blue got a lot of music stuff to go through. I'm with you guys on the ranking. It's 1, 3, 2 for me as well. Although 1 and 3 are very, very close, and I think there are parts in this I like. I think the highs in this I like more than the highs of 1. I think the third act of this one is my favorite third act. Like when we do the final couple of twists and his big Poirot-esque reveal at the end. I think this is the best one of those. It's got extra theming in it. It's got extra stuff going in than just the murder mystery. There's more there's more text. There's more it's more messages. It's saying more in this one, I think, than the other two, which were more just kind of fun murder mysteries. Glass Onion's definitely the weakest for me. Not that it's bad. I think it's just got stiff competition. But I think Rian Johnson should only make these because I think all three movies are better than Looper. I think they're better than his first movie, Brick. I like it more than The Last Jedi, which is the only Star Wars movie he's made. So I think he should just make these every year or every 2 years, whatever it takes him to film them, because these are great, and these are this is exactly what his writing and directing style fits. So Ryan, just keep pumping these out. Make Fast and Furious levels of Benoit Blanc, because you haven't missed yet.
We're gonna have the Benoit Blanc cinematic universe.
I would welcome
love that.
I want it. I play Daniel Craig. It's already an old guy character. Daniel Craig isn't doing action stuff. He can play this for another 15 years, and it wouldn't even bat an eye. So yeah, just make 10 of these. I don't care. Like, this is your best work. These movies are his best work. And yeah, the final twist, I think I called, like all of these, there's a little more going on than just one guy killed a guy, usually. Like, it's usually a little more complex than that. So there's more going on. But, I called a couple of the things, and it didn't spoil the ending. I thought the ending is so well done. Very, very satisfying to the whole thing. I'll with you guys on that. It took a bit to get there. I know we were talking a little bit. I was trying to focus. I was trying to pay attention to it because I was being drawn in. I liked Josh Brolin's villain performance. I thought Josh O'Connor is really good as like the main guy. I think he's been the best, because Benoit Blanc always picks one of the people involved as like his surrogate. Ana de Armas in the first one, and then the middle one, I don't remember who it was in the middle one, but I like him the best out of those three. Like, like, you're in on this thing, but I know you're not the guilty one, so we got to figure out. And they're usually implicated in some way. So yeah, this is a success. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Wake Up Dead Man.
I think the first has better ancillary characters, though.
Yeah, better. Yeah, the first one's the most complete movie.
Toni Collette and oh my gosh, what's his name? Michael Shannon. It's just, yeah.
The first one's the most complete movie,
so
but this
good.
one I think had the best ending, I guess. Which at the end of the day, that is what I'm most interested about. Like, I like the setup, I like the wackiness, but I want to see how he pulled it all off in the writing terms, and then it just hasn't missed yet for me. They've all been satisfyingly. Yeah. That makes sense to everything. That's clever. I like that. So, Wake Up Dead Man on Netflix. Good. All right, now we can talk about Song Sung Blue, which we've talked about a couple times because everyone sees it one at a time, and I think I'm the last person who's going to see it because I don't. You know what? Honestly, actually, I think Jess, you would like this movie. I think this could be a Jess movie. Actually,
Really?
It's a music biopic about, and it's very hard. I'll say likable by the end. I didn't love the two characters until the middle. But yeah, I was watching this and thinking, I think this could be a Jess movie. I think Jess would actually not mind this movie, because you like the more straightforward biopic kind of stuff, even if you don't necessarily know who these two are. It is a Neil Diamond tribute band, Lightning and Thunder, Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson, and they are like carnies at the beginning. Basically, I mean, they're tribute band performers. They dress up as different characters and they go out there. And Hugh Jackman is the character Lightning, like he tries to make his own sideshowy kind of character because he wants to kind of push forward on the thing. He doesn't want to be a tribute guy. He wants to be an interpreter. That's what I think it's what Kate Hudson says. You're not a Neil Diamond cover. You're a Neil Diamond interpreter. And so the two of them are divorced. They got a couple kids. They're kind of deadbeaty. They're always struggling on bills, and he's got anger issues, and she gets a drug thing going on later on, so they got some issues, but they come together to form this tribute band. They become very popular very quickly. All of this happens very quickly, actually. I didn't realize when we get to the third act, it's like 2 years later from the original meeting, and I'm like, this was a very fast rise, a very fast fall, and a very fast re-rise on the scale of what these people are doing, because they're playing at, you know, decent sized. They're not superstars. They're not Michael Jackson, but they're, you know, they're opening for
big venues.
They're opening for Pearl Jam, and you know they get some good gigs. They're selling out shows, so they're you know pretty. They're Milwaukee heroes, I guess. The first half of this movie, I'll talk about it because you guys already did. First half of this movie is boring, and I don't like the characters. And I'm questioning why Nicole thought I would like this. Because she said, she didn't want to spoil it for me. She said, maybe you'll like it. You might like it. And she said, takes a while to get going, but in the second half, it gets really good. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. And she's very correct. There is a middle half twist that is so out of left field that if it weren't based on a true story, I wouldn't believe it. And from then on out, there's a few more twists that happened later, but from then on out, it is quite enjoyable. It is a totally different movie. The scenes have this whole new level of context when Lightning goes and does his performances solo for a while, and there's like surrealist imagery with Kate Hudson's character going through her drug problem. It's shocking how much better it gets after that one scene. The one scene itself is crazy, and Jess, are you have any interest in seeing it? You mind if I spoil it here?
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a true story, and we've talked about it 3 times already, so if you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. Shockingly, I recommend this movie. The big twist is Kate Hudson's like tending her garden. They're on their come up at this point. They've already done well, and she's tending her garden, and she wants to make the house pretty. And you see in the background, the way it's shot's very good. It's like through the front house window, and you see in the background, there's like this car kind of wildly driving back and forth and going all over the road, and it fucking smashes into her. And like up to this point, it's been like a basic happy-go-lucky biopic with the two down-on-their-luck guys, and they're kind of scummy, but their kids get along, and blah, blah, blah. And they rise so quick, and I'm like, how do they rise this quick? These two, they've been doing tours forever, and it's bland and crappy, and now all of a sudden they're superstars. And she gets hit by this fucking car, and it cuts to the hospital room, and she's fucking an amputee. She doesn't die. She's missing a leg. And so now Kate Hudson's one-legged, and during that scene, Hugh Jackman, who's been having like heart problems the whole movie, so I'm thinking going in, oh, I know there's gonna be a twist. Maybe that's the twist. Hugh Jackman dies in the middle or something. He's having like a heart attack in the middle of the thing, but he doesn't want to like draw attention to himself because Kate Hudson's already going thing. So he makes his stepdaughter like paddle him back to life with the defibrillators, and this is all happening this happens in like 90 seconds. This is so fast, and then from then on out, I am hooked on this movie. And then we see the mom fall worse into her addiction. There's like a fucking Mulholland Drive-esque scene where she goes onto like a steamy, smoky stage and she's singing, but she's just in the front yard because she's crazy on the pills. And Hugh Jackman's singing in the Chinese restaurant, and it's so awesomely sad and pathetic. It's so awesomely sad and pathetic. Whereas before I was like annoyed with their performances. Now it's like, oh yeah, this is awesomely sad and pathetic. And so when they start to have their rise back up, I'm actually kind of trying to cheer for them to get better. And we're in spoilers now. One day they're coming home, the mom's starting to turn things around. She's got a prosthetic. She's trying to learn to walk again. Another fucking car smashes into their house right where she would have been sitting and gardening
in the spot.
Fucking same exact spot. And I'm like, this really happened? And like, yeah, apparently this really happened. And then she goes in with the corniest shit. Honey, sometimes lightning can strike twice. Now I can sing again. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? This is just saying fucking shit. And they go the big thing at the end. She gets clean, and then they're gonna do their big Neil Diamond tribute show on the same night Neil Diamond's in town. So they get like the overflow show of all the people who couldn't get the tickets to the big show. And fucking Hugh Jackman finally, I say finally like I've been asking for it, but it's been foreshadowed the whole movie. He goes on, does his big performance. He plays that So Solar Moon song that he loves and that no one else cares about. And he fucking dies of a heart attack in the car after the fucking show. Suleiman. And oh my god, it is such a ride in the second half of this movie. It's worth it. It's worth it to slog through that first hour of boring, regular biopic stuff to the point where you're like, why are they even making this movie about this cover band? What could possibly be so interesting? And it is possibly that interesting. So I'm a recommend. I'm with Nicole on this one. Sorry, Mama K. I know you're a not recommend, but I was entertained by Song Sung Blue.
Yeah, it's good. I watched it twice. I liked it more the second time.
I was like, you said you watched it after. You're like, you pick up on even more. I was like, that's crazy. That's just it's crazy. The guy who hates biopics liked this biopic. I disliked Michael. I like this more.
So much foreshadowing to the accident. They were talking about being safe, watching the planes go by, and you're like, oh, plane's gonna crash into their house, right? No, she's worried about being on the corner lot. Then all of a sudden it happens, and I'm like, oh man, it was right there the whole time.
Song Sung Blue.
Should have seen it
not
coming.
Bad. Really not bad at all. 3.5-star movie, I think. If it weren't for that, if they just fast forwarded to that first hour, made it a half hour, and then kept everything at the end, because I loved all the stuff that happened later, I think it could be a 4-star movie almost. But yeah, Song Sung Blue. You come around. I didn't like the characters at the beginning. I didn't like how they were parenting. I get very sensitive about that kind of stuff. So I didn't like the way they treated their kids and whatever. And their non-seriousness for life is impacting real people, and I just don't like when that happens. But eventually it turns around. So and the daughters get along. So it's all fine, all fair in games. So. Song Sung Blue will...
They're so narcissistic, though. I'm sorry. I was not going to say anything, but they're both so narcissistic.
Yeah.
I don't know how
are.
You can, get... it's too... For me, that's an overwhelming piece in this movie. That the way they treat... You're right. The way they treat their kids and how... And, I mean, it feels like they only treat each other well because they know that they've got something good going on.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's better with as opposed to without. So I just don't respond well to that.
I had all the same complaints in the first hour. That's what I would have come in here saying if it stayed on that path. That the twists that happen in the second half are so jarring and they're darkly funny. It's insane. So, and the way that it's made by Craig Brewer, made some movies. He's a decent filmmaker. He made Hustle and Flow. Yeah, Hustle and Flow. But a bunch of other stuff. He's made all kinds of different types of movies. And yeah, it turned around for me. I would have been on that path. I was on that path until the middle part because their characters are they're not likable. I find them detestable until they experience real hardship. All right, we got one more streaming movie before we'll do a quick TV stop. This is 2022, not 2025, but, it's newish enough. Although I don't know if we're going to have a ton to say about it. Mama Kay, Nicole, and I all saw this after watching the new Knives Out movie, and that is the action thriller starring, what's her name? Allison Janney. Lou.
Allison Janney.
Lou is a former...
How did we land on this?
We just landed on it. We did the scroll through and click
Okay.
a thing move. Like, it was not,
Okay.
it was not thought out. But Lou's like
seems fine.
Yeah, but Lou's a mysterious woman with, like, government secret agent past that we learn more about as the movie goes on. And there's a kidnapping of a little girl that is her daughter. We know that from the little girl's her granddaughter. The daughter comes, it's not her daughter, it's her daughter-in-law, because her son is the bad guy. Whatever. The son's a bad guy. He takes the little girl, and Lou has to team up with the mother of the kid, the daughter-in-law, but she doesn't know that Lou's the mom. And apparently you guys didn't know Lou was the mom. Nicole got all on me for not paying attention, and because I was saying the plot, and she was like, no, that's not what's happening. I'm like, no, you guys weren't paying attention. You didn't realize what was going on. So anyway.
I didn't realize it either.
I know.
And I was watching the movie.
I heard it. I saw it. I saw it happening. Logan Marshall Green's the dad who people frequently confuse for Tom Hardy, which my dad refused to believe it wasn't Tom Hardy. He was adamant that, no, that's Tom Hardy, but it is not. It is Logan Marshall
IMDb
Green.
to the rescue.
Yes. So, Mama K, Lou, thoughts?
Well, when we were prepping for tonight, you reminded me that don't forget we saw Lou. That's kind of how I feel about it. I forgot we saw Lou.
Nicole? No, that's good. That's funny.
Yeah. Nothing new in this movie.
Yeah, no, there isn't, but I like Allison Janney, so I give it a shot, and I don't think this type of role is best suited for her. I like her in other things. I like her in funnier, lighthearted things, so, well, I thought she was okay, I still liked her in it, but I bet there would have been someone better for it. Maybe they were trying to make it unsuspecting. Yeah, but
a little hard to reconcile all the things that she was supposed to be, like all.
She's doing the female Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
all of that.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
that's basically what this was. It replaced her with Liam Neeson and switch all the genders, and that's every other Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. It was okay. The ending was kind of lame.
Predictable.
But they have the whole go through the jungle and everyone gets hurt and someone has a gun to someone's head and chooses for 45 minutes not to shoot them. Like, ugh, so annoying.
There's a lot of holes with that ending.
And then the run along the beach. Yeah, where they're both like, they've been fighting forever and now they're running along this cove and the mom is standing and waiting for the son to get there, and I'm like, if you guys are gonna duke it out, like, go full force at him, mama, and just take him out. So yeah, but we had to watch and wait for him to get there with his limpy old leg, and yeah, that wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I got nothing to add. It is a 2.5-star action thriller starring someone who is very acclaimed and very good at other things. Awesome as a funny supporting role, and boring as the lead of an action movie, and Netflix just had to make something, is what it feels like. So nothing more to talk about Lou. It's a soft not recommend because
contractual obligation.
Yeah, it's a soft not recommend for me because I couldn't care enough to go harder on it. So Lou, no need.
Yeah, not recommend.
Nicole?
Probably not.
Then we're going to finish off something that we started last time. I think it's the only scripted TV show. We have our one other reality show to talk about at the end of the show. But Jess started talking about it last time. I think she finished it off. Imperfect Women.
Ooh.
Imperfect Women starring Elizabeth Moss and Kerry Washington, Kate Mara, Corey Stoll, Joel Kinnaman. A lot of other folks that you recognize from that lower TV realm of things.
I love Joel Kinnaman. Oh, he is so
Which
sexy.
one is she?
Very exciting.
Who is he?
Joel Kinnaman's a man.
I don't even know who he plays.
He is Robert.
I never see the show.
He is Robert.
He's Robert?
Yes.
I don't think he's attractive at all. He looks like Woodrow Wilson.
Uh-oh.
Woodrow Wilson?
You know who Woodrow Wilson?
The president?
That's surprising.
Yeah.
You mean Owen Wilson?
No, the president.
What the fuck does Woodrow Wilson
you
look
mean-
like?
He's got glasses.
I
It's
don't
like an
know.
old Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Wait a minute. You're looking at the wrong picture of Joel Kinnaman.
I thought Woodrow Wilson was a
saw
decently
him in his
attractive
whole
He does
president.
not
show.
honestly.
resemble Woodrow Wilson.
He doesn't look like Woodrow Wilson. I know who you're talking about.
Maybe he does in the show. Who knows?
Maybe he does in this. Oh my god.
A devastating
Might
crime
be worth it
has
just for
impact
that.
on a decades-long friendship. That is truly the only premise synopsis.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
written
it
here.
is Woodrow Wilson. He's got like that thin hair part on the side, the long
No.
face.
I'm sending you this picture of Joel Kinnaman right now. You tell me this looks like fucking Woodrow Wilson.
What picture are you sending her? You're sending her thirst
I'm
trap
putting
pictures.
it in our chat. Right, look at that man.
Yeah, let's check this
Look at
out.
that man.
Okay. Well, this is a black
That's
and white
100%
photo.
Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, well, so
Well,
is
Woodrow Wilson
so are
was
Woodrow
black and
Wilsons.
Ah.
Okay.
That's why we have Jess on. No
It's
one
the
else can think of that.
tattoos for me.
I don't think
That's
Woodrow
great.
had tattoos, so.
No. Well, you don't know. Long sleeve Woodrow. That's what they called him.
How did long sleeve Woodrow? They called him Joel, actually. How did Imperfect Women finish off, Jess? When we started, you said it was just okay.
Yeah. It got better, but it still ended just okay. I think that's what the reviews. I know. I think Mom, you would. I think you should watch it, but I don't think that you would also like rave about it either. There were
Okay.
a lot of twists and turns and stuff, like every TV show there is nowadays, but I don't know. It didn't completely land. But I think it was just like a fine watch, so soft recommend. I haven't seen Kerry
Alright.
Washington in a while. Like, I loved her in Scandal. I think she was fine in Little
Oh, yeah, that
Fires
was a while ago.
Everywhere. I know.
Yeah.
She kind of...
She was in the Knives Out.
Oh, she was?
She was?
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
watch that.
Yeah.
Huh, I don't remember that. Oh, you're right. She was in the new one. I literally forgot about her
Yeah.
character. I completely forgot about her character.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There were some people in there that added no value.
You're right. No,
There
she
were some
might have
people.
added the least, honestly. Not 'cause- oh my god, you're right. She was in that. I totally forgot about her. Wow. Well, Imperfect Woodrow or whatever you said. That's we'll leave that in
Imperfect
the
Wilson.
books. Imperfect Wilson. So Nicole and I will go ahead and go through our cruise movies now. 1 new to me, 4 new to her, and you have them all in front of you, Nicole. Because if you remember all 4, I'd be curious if we started from your worst to best. Because I would like to see what you thought was the best out of these 4.
Brennan, I don't remember, and I'll go through them quickly.
Okay, good. Don't spoil my fun. You do remember. You're gonna go through all 4. How you gonna know?
I watched Apollo 13 for the first time. That was fine. I bet that was a smash when it came out.
It was very popular
That was
movie.
Yep.
Space. I think it still holds up. It was fine. And then I watched Top Gun, the original, for the first time.
Oh.
I don't think I've
You had a
seen
surprise
very
in
many
that one,
Tom
didn't you?
Cruise movies. Yeah, I did get surprised on that one. I wasn't expecting the death of someone that is important to the movie.
Mhm.
So
It's impressive to go into that movie not
Um,
knowing that. That's like a very large. I thought that was like a known thing, like in the zeitgeist. Like you would just know those things.
I'm
without
pretty
having seen
good
the
with
movie.
pop culture, but that must have fell through the cracks because I didn't know about that. But
You were shook.
that was
I remember
also
your. I remember.
watchable. Yeah, also watchable still. So that's impressive. Fighter jets and sexy men, and
3
it's
songs.
Cool. three of the same songs throughout the whole 2-hour ordeal. Highway to the Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Right?
Yeah, they
Danger
put. What was the
Zone.
love
Yeah.
song they played? Take my breath away.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
And then they have one more, I think.
And then One more.
Jess is just sending Woodrow Wilson comparison pics to Joel Kinnaman.
Dude, it looks like Woodrow Wilson.
I'm literally, I am now Team Jess on this. This dude looks like.
Okay, yeah,
Wait a
that second
Yeah.
picture. That second picture. I'm coming around a little bit.
Yo, Woodrow looks
Team
fire
Jess.
in this picture. He looks good.
All of a sudden, Nicole's actually like, actually,
That's
Woodrow
how
Wilson's
I'm
really
saying.
hot. War criminal.
He
He's
looks
a little
like
long in the
Woodrow
face,
Wilson.
but okay.
I think it's
I
the
bet
I would-
Woodrow
hair.
Wilson was tatted.
The hair and the
under that
nose.
suit.
Woodrow
If I
might have been
saw
tatted.
Woodrow
though.
Pretty
Wilson
good.
in 1900 looking like that, I'd get a little hot and bothered.
I
What
love
was-
it.
What was the third movie?
So you watched,
Oh.
speaking of the third movie, you watched Downton Abbey, the grand finale, after not only never seeing the first two movies,
Oh.
but never seeing the
Why?
TV show.
Why on earth would you ever watch that?
Wait, you want to
It
know
was
something
on
even
in the
better, Jess?
stateroom.
I watched
Don't
it
tell
from
me you liked it.
midnight to 3 a.m. I watched it from
Don't
midnight
tell
to
me
3
you
a.m. I
liked
stayed
it.
up to watch
Oh my
it.
god.
the
Why?
perfect
Starring
time to
Woodrow
watch
Wilson, same time period.
Same guy.
It was kind of boring because I didn't know what was going on, and from what I've heard, this is a tone down of the quantity of characters, so I'm shook to know
Yes.
how many other characters are in these other ones because they all
It's
have
a
the
big
same
house,
name.
man.
Yep. They all have the same name. They all look the same. They all dress the same. I don't know what the hell's going on. The part that I liked the most about this one was when they went to the horse race and they called out the guy who swindled the Paul Giamatti's character.
Sandra
I like that
Nivolo,
part.
yeah.
But the rest is so absolutely boring. And if you don't know what's going on, then I didn't. So I would leave that one behind.
You can be in the third act. You were in the third
Um,
act of that movie, and there was a scene with like 3 characters we had never seen before in the movie. I'm like, how is that even possible? We've already seen like 50 people, and I know that they've already cut down on the cast, and there's still more people. It's impossible.
It's a
Yeah,
big
there's-
house, man. I'm telling you. Huge.
There was a lot. And who's that actor, Brennan? We talk about this all the time. He's in everything, and I know he was in one of the Downton Abbeys. He's got white hair, pretty plain-faced, older guy.
Is it the guy who's
He's
the
always
dad, Hugh
like a-
Bonneville?
No.
He didn't have white hair.
It's going to take me a while to find out who it is, but he wasn't in this one, and I was upset about that because I like him. I'll think about it, and I'll just yell his name out when I think his name's Victor. Victor.
Oh, Victor Garber, because he looks like Hugh Bonneville.
Victor Garber.
That's what we were talking about. We were literally
He's
talking
not
about that
in
the
We
whole
do this every
time.
time.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Victor Garber.
I
That's
love
Hugh
Victor
Bonneville.
Garber.
Yeah. Victor Garber not
Yeah.
in Downton
Well,
Abbey.
Victor Garber wasn't in this.
Different-
Is he in any of them?
Don't think so.
No.
Oh, why the hell did I think he was in that?
Because he looks like Hugh
Oh, well, they're all
Bonneville.
the
Because he does period dramas like that.
Yes.
So he's
They're
been,
in similar
he might
stuff.
have been in Gosford
Yeah.
Park, I'm not sure, which is very reminiscent of this.
It's understandable.
It's so
mix
funny
up.
when I look at Victor Garber's filmography. I've maybe seen like 2 or 3 of these, but I like him. I don't know why. Maybe he's in TV.
He's got to be the old white dude you're
Um,
always thinking, old white British dude that you're always talking about, and you're like, no, it's not
Hey,
him.
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
him.
no, that's
Oh.
different.
Oh,
That's
we've already
different.
Yeah,
done
we've
this
named like
before.
300
Yeah,
old white
no,
dudes. And it's
don't
still
even
not
go
the-
there.
Yeah.
Don't
He's
even
probably
go
in this
there.
movie. He's probably in the cast. So
He's definitely in this movie. If he wasn't, he's in the TV show.
It's a guy that looks like Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So if you can find someone that looks like that and send it to me, then we might be getting closer to what I'm
That
thinking.
if you could, dear listeners, we would love that.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
no, they're going
I've
to
been
send
thinking
all
about
the
this guy
obvious
for 10
people who we've
years.
already gone through a million times, and she still says it's not that. I'm like, it's probably one of them, and they probably just look different in the role you're thinking of.
I know.
it's
Maybe one
Woodrow
day it'll come
Wilson.
back.
We all
It
know.
might be Woodrow Wilson. But
I
yeah,
can't tell you
so-
how impressed I am that Jess knows that.
that is crazy. That's a crazy poll.
If you
What?
put a whole bunch of presidents that were in like the 1800s around, I would have no idea who any of them are. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, just you're not really known as like
Abe
the
Lincoln.
history person
Check.
either, so that's even more
Check.
surprising.
Yeah, Roosevelt. Taft. I think I could.
He's
Okay, maybe.
I think
got
I
a
could.
Woodrow Wilson's kind of
I'm
Ian-ish.
pretty-
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
He what?
Yeah,
Kind of looks like
he looks
Ian.
kind of like Ian a little bit.
It's the long face.
The glasses.
And the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, the long
He's-
face and the
yeah,
glasses.
Definitely the British guy that.
All right, the last movie
But-
Nicole saw.
Yeah,
Solo.
and then we watched
Yeah.
one movie together, called "Regretting You"
2025.
with Allison Williams and Dave Franco and McKenna Grace. Is that
Yep.
her name?
McKenna Grace.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
so many ads for
Um,
this movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you'd
didn't.
like
I
this,
didn't
Jess.
beforehand, but when I got back, I did see more of them.
This is
Um,
us vibes.
Yeah, I think. I know. I saw so many dramatic ads for this. I think on like Hulu or something.
This is
Like,
us
so
vibes
many.
Yeah.
hard.
What is it?
This is us, that TV show.
Oh yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is this
yeah,
is
definitely,
us hardcore. Yeah.
definitely. It was okay. Again, we were on a cruise, so I just had it on when I was in the room. I think I watched it 3 times because it
Oh my
just
gosh.
It was okay. I watched
keeps
3
You had a
coming
couple of
on.
sea days, huh?
Yeah, a
Downton
couple of
Abbey.
sea days. Yeah, no, that was only on once. I watched Grease a couple times. I watched this, Regretting You, a couple times, and then
Oh, Elio, that was the Pixar movie
I did
this
watch
time.
Apollo 13 twice, I think. But anyway, Regretting You was decent for a dramedy or whatever, like drama. What do they call it? Rom-com, whatever you want to call it.
I would just call it like a family relationship
Hmm.
drama because it's not
Yeah.
funny enough to be a comedy, and it's not like cutesy romantic. There's like a central tragedy, so it's more like mopey white people.
I don't
shit.
think any of these actors are very good.
Allison Williams is good. Not in this, but in general.
Okay.
Get
Well,
out.
Get Out, the first
She's
Megan.
better in that.
Dave
But,
Franco's
yeah, I
okay
thought
sometimes.
McKenna Grace is more childish than she should come across as. I mean, I know she's a child actor when she started, but I feel like we're a little beyond that. I don't even know how old she is, but she still felt very tweeny to me, and she's supposed to be like ending high school soon. So
She would have been 18 when they made this, maybe 17.
yeah, I feel like she's just stuck in that child actor phase still. Unfortunately, I feel like she could be better. And then Dave Franco always kind of sucks, but the story itself is it's fine. It tugs on your heartstrings a little bit, but
You said you teared up the second time.
it's just like I did.
Mm.
You did. You said I got a little emotional at the end, and I was like, why?
Oh,
Why?
Oh,
at
that's
the home movie that kid made for McKenna Grace is like the prom
oh
proposal.
yeah. There is a nice moment at the end.
Ugh.
The kid that has nothing gets everything at the end. That's nice, but yeah, it was
That's
kind of
nice.
boring.
It sucked. This movie sucked. I did not like this. It was hard to follow. It was hard to follow for a while. Like half the movie is Dave Franco opening a door. Like it's him showing up at a door, knocking on a door, coming in, seeing somebody. Like it's just boring.
You know what really pissed me off about this movie? One of the big plot points is that Dave Franco has a newborn, okay? And 60 to 70% of the scenes this man is in, there is no newborn in sight. Where is the child?
baby.
It's gone.
And we know both the
It's
significant
not- you
others
didn't
are
bring it
dead
over.
because that is the plot of the movie. Is that
The mom is dead.
the
So
mom and the
Yeah.
dad were cheating
Yeah.
on their each
Spoiler
other.
alert.
Yeah.
but
That's in the first 5 minutes.
Where's
Not
the
really
baby?
Spoiler, but I regret seeing it. Regretting
That's
you.
what I say about that.
But Jess would like it. So that's all of our cruise movies, and I'm gonna skip The Crash. We watched that as a documentary on Netflix, but it'll just make me mad talking about it. It's a true crime. I hear people. Everyone knows how I feel about true crime. I don't. Unless you have anything to say about The Crash, Nicole.
Nah,
Good. Let's skip
just
it.
another exploitation.
Yes.
Try to cash grab someone who's already in jail that has no business having a documentary made about them.
No one cares about the victims. Everyone just wants revenge and being crazy and being a spectacle and just terrible. Just terrible. That's all I got to say about the crash. All right, let's conclude then, because we concluded Survivor 50. Survivor Season 50 has ended. Last we left, I think there were 7 castaways left. 6, 7, something like that. And there were only really like 2-ish people that I was pulling for, so my pool was slim, my odds were low. There were a couple people I really didn't want to, really one guy I really didn't want to win, although he slightly won me over a little tiny bit at the end. Rizzo, my God, that guy fucking pissed me off. But I didn't really want Jonathan to win either. But what do you guys think of the last 2 episodes and the finale ultimately? And the winner, who is Aubrey, who is a multi-time player, 140 days on the island, something like that. Really long time. I think this is her 4th season. Yeah. She's been in the final. Very interestingly, the people who made it to the final 3, all 3 had been in the final 3 before, and one, the Rizzo, the guy who was in the final 4, had also been in the final 4 before. So these are all, people who are good at making it to the end. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? Mama K, go ahead.
Yeah, I was liking this season of Survivor. I liked being able to see the people come back, and it got to the point. Couple of my favorites were voted out there close to the end, so I did go through that same. I think Brennan went through it, where it's like, oh, I don't really give a shit who wins now, because everybody else is just kind of white bread, except for Aubrey. I've always been an Aubrey fan, even when she was super crazy in the very beginning and hard to watch. But I wasn't sure that she really had a chance against the Bro Alliance kind of thing. So I really did not, I didn't care for Joe. I was kind of ambivalent about Jonathan, honestly, because I really thought if he got to the end, he wasn't going to win no matter what. And maybe if he brought Rizzo and Joe, he might have won.
I think he would have won if it was him, Rizzo, and Joe. I don't think Rizzo would have enough of the sympathy just because he sucks. Like, he's just annoying and he's bad at everything. And
I don't think people knew his game because they hadn't seen his season, so they didn't really know anything about him except for what they saw on the island this time. And
that's how Russell Hantz got to the end twice in a row.
That's possible.
Because no one knew he was a piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't know that if Jonathan would have gone with anybody else, I don't think he had a chance. I really don't. I don't think he had much of a chance. So, happy with the ending. Sad that it's over. The whole last show was a disaster. The whole,
oh my God, the most epic fuck
it's
up
supposed to be a reunion
I've ever seen on a show of that magnitude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was epic. Yeah.
So what they did,
Nicole, you want to tell us what happened?
Nicole, you want to say?
Dude, that was crazy. We watched it on Thursday, which is the day after the live taping, and it was still in it on Thursday, but there was the scene to determine who were the final 3 before we went to the live taping, or the live reveal of the winner. And they bring out Rizzo, and they have him sit in the loser's circle before we even watch what happened to find out that he lost.
They spoiled their own
so crazy.
Top 3, and I've literally never seen it. Was like a fire-making challenge.
Everybody on that stage was dumbfounded. They were like, you didn't play it yet. And he didn't realize.
Yeah, Jeff, the host, didn't realize
like,
what was going on. Yeah.
Let's go to commercials so I can figure out what the fuck just happened. That was crazy.
Pretty much.
I've never seen one
Jeff
like
recovered well, though. He made fun of it afterwards, and, there's never been anything. I mean, they do a lot of live stuff, and nothing like this has ever happened. I mean, I guess you do 50 seasons. That's pretty good. But it was pretty epic. And I got the moment when it happened, I had that moment of, the Spider-Man meme where the 3 of them are pointing at each other. I felt like that's what everybody was doing in their head. Like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. I thought they would both bring out everybody and just give a little spiel. And Rizzo really tried hard to not say anything because I think he was also very confused. I mean, obviously, but he didn't say like, "Oh, I'm sad I lost." He's like, "You're just gonna have to watch."
Yeah, he
And
was
then
like, "Win or
goes,
lose."
"Okay, sit with
That was
the
literally
losers."
See what
the only
happens.
thing that made me like Rizzo a little bit is that when they fucked up, he was a professional and really tried to make it work.
Yes.
And I was like, despite all my feelings on Rizzo as a player on the show, I respect a guy who's trying to keep the production in line. Like, I respect that. So got a little tiny shred of respect for Rizzo there at the end. But yeah, like, yeah, it comes out and it's like, all right, Rizzo, go take a seat. Oh, what? Oh, we didn't show the fire making chat. We're gonna have to go to commercial and then get back.
Oh.
All right, now let's watch Rizzo lose the fire making challenge. Like, and I guess that's why they kept it in, is because so much of the talking and like jokes that were made, like they couldn't cut it out at that point. It would disrupt later parts of the show. So
it wouldn't have made sense. Yeah.
But
I was disappointed that they didn't, in a lot of those, they have time to talk to people, and apparently there was just a lot of, first of all, you got a lot of egos going on. You've got, I don't remember how many contestants it was like 20 or 18, something like that. Yeah, well, okay, 24. And they've all been there before. So they've already got a taste of what post-Survivor life is like and the post-Survivor fame and all of that. And the egos apparently were just wild, and that was part of the reason that they didn't go and ask people a lot of questions during that last scene, because people were like, I don't want to talk about it, or I don't want to, it's going to be a big fight if we start talking about it. So
Coach got to have his last word.
A lot of
his
big
coachism.
egos.
I'm sure that was in his contract. If I don't want to talk, just let me do
Of
my
course.
coachism. Do you notice? So like the final three ends up being Aubrey, Jonathan, Joe. Everyone knows Joe can't win, so it's down to Aubrey and Jonathan realistically.
No.
And the people Aubrey won almost all except for 3, and the only 3 she didn't win were the 2 older women and Coach. I'm like, I think there's some old school sexism going on here. I think they want the 2 older ladies, like the hunky young man, and then Coach is always going to pick the buff dude because that's how he sees himself. But every other normal, sane person voted for Aubrey, even the people she took out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed that was the pattern.
None of that is
but
surprising.
That seemed to be what I noticed.
None of that was surprising, because both of the older women, Stephanie and I don't even remember her name, and I don't know why she was on the season. They were both like hot for Jonathan, like big time. So that's what that was all about. And you're right. Coach is all about I think Jonathan played with the most integrity.
He's the most warrior-like.
No, if you wanted integrity, vote Joe. Like Joe has, he's the one who's like Mr. Integrity. So
I think he knew Joe couldn't win. So he was just hoping that Aubrey wouldn't win, really. I think that was just bitter Coach. But yeah, I was like, oh, a little bit of old school sexism going on at the end here. Thankfully, Aubrey won. I think she was the right choice out of those 3. Suri got her Lifetime Achievement Award or whatever they gave her, and the $100,000 extra prize.
And Ozzy got a t-shirt.
Ozzy got a t-shirt saying, "Play the idol, Ozzy, you fucking moron."
That's
or
so
whatever
perfect.
It said. And then Devin's got the gold coin that he flipped, so I like that. I'm glad Devin's got something for his really carrying the middle episodes of the show. So yeah, one of the better seasons of Survivor. Very happy.
Yeah.
I might even watch the next one just to see if it can keep going. I kind of feel like I won't care as much once it's not the Legends on, but we'll see.
I think it's gonna be hard, because now that it's all new era play, it's different. The problem with Rizzo is like he leaned so hard into new era, he didn't feel like he had to do anything at camp. Like he's like, I don't have to do anything at camp. It's all about social gameplay and numbers.
I hate that behavior. That's really what I was like. Because if I were out there, I'd be doing so much camp shit.
Well, that's what new era is, though.
They all just hang out.
So that's problematic.
And hope they win rewards so they can do nothing.
Yeah, and get some food.
Annoying. All right. Well,
did you notice that people were not fishing or anything? I'm sorry. I could talk about it for a long time.
They were mostly just eating rice. Yeah.
Anyway.
Survivor season 50 in the books, and
rice.
This episode is in the books. We got good range of different topics today. So we got new theater movies, we got some streaming, we had Woodrow Wilson, we had it all. So
presidential history. Yes.
So thank you guys for being on, and if you have anything, listeners, to recommend to us, Films with the Women in My Life on Facebook, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm Brennan _podhost. You can email the show, filmswithwomen@gmail.com, and find us on YouTube. Just search Films with the Women in My Life, and you can hit the subscribe so you can hear us when we come out every month. All right. Thank you guys for being on.
Okay, bye.
Peace out.
God bless the USA.
We'll talk to you guys next month. Until then, this is Brennan signing off saying thanks for listening and enjoy your movies.
Thanks for listening to Films with the Women in My Life. If you enjoyed being a listener in our life, please rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app. Keep up with the latest from the show on Instagram at Brennan_podhost, on Facebook at Films with the Women in My Life, and on Twitter at FilmsWomenPod. Finally, you can email the show with questions and suggestions at filmswiththewomen@gmail.com. Original music for the show was created by Ian Burke and Chris Iwanek. Original artwork created by Nicole D'Alessio. This show is produced by Brennan Snyder. Thank you again for listening and enjoy your movies.